We're about to look at angles in parallel lines, but before we do, we'll define a few features of the diagram that we can see in front of us. Parallel lines never actually meet. We usually indicate them with a pair of arrows. As we can see in the diagram here, the blue lines indicate the parallel lines. In this situation, they're running horizontally, but they don't always have to. They're indicated with a pair of arrows. The green line is called a transversal, and that's the line that intersects the parallel lines to form the angles. We refer to the position of that first angle marked in green as being in the top left-hand corner. Adjacent to it, or next to it on the right, the brown one is in the top right-hand corner, the blue in the bottom left, and the red in the bottom right. Now in the same position below, we have the green again in the top left-hand corner, and then next to it, we have the brown one in the top right, the blue in the bottom left, and the red in the bottom right. Now we're about to have a look at some of the angle properties that occur with angles in parallel lines. Firstly, there's corresponding angles. Now if the angles are matching in their position, so in this case the green ones are both in the top left-hand corner, they are said to be in corresponding positions. These angles are exactly the same, so their values are identical. Here we have the brown angles in the top right, those angles are exactly the same in value. The blue ones are in the bottom left-hand corner, they're matching and also are equal. And the red angles are in the bottom right corner. So because these angles are in matching positions, we call them corresponding angles, and each pair of angles has the same value. Let's have a look now at angles which are called alternate angles. Now these angles are inside the parallel lines, and they're either side or alternate sides of the transversal. So we call those angles alternate, and they're equal in value as well. So here we can see the purple ones, and these angles are equal to each other. And then on the other side we have these red crosses. Now they're different values to the purple one, but the red cross angles are equal to each other also. So these are called alternate angles. Now another pair of angles are called co-interior angles, and these angles are on the inside of the parallel lines but on the same side of the transversal, and they're called co-interior for that reason, on the inside on the same side, and these angles add up to 180 degrees, and for that reason they're also called supplementary angles. So each pair of those angles are actually not equal to each other, but they add up to 180 degrees. Another pairing of angles are called vertically opposite angles. Now these ones you can see are literally opposite to each other, but the way to determine them is if you look at the transversal line and one of the parallel lines here next to the blue angles, the lines cross over to form an X. So if the angles are opposite sides of that X formation, you can call them vertically opposite, and their values are identical. So we can see here as well, we've got the red angles, they're equal in value. And going down below, we have the green angles, they're also equal in value. On the other side of this X formation are these blue angles, and these ones are also equal to each other. So vertically opposite angles are pairs of angles which are equal to each other. In this exercise, what you have to do is name the type of angle relationship that occurs. So you've got a choice of 4, and also you have to give the value of the unknown angle. So it's best that you go back and have a look at previous sections so you can determine whether the angles are equal, or perhaps whether they add up to 180 degrees. In each case, it's recommended that you pause each question so you can take your time to check to see the angle relationship, and also write down the value of the unknown angle.